Hello?
Good day to you. This is Tavern Talk, episode...
Lots.
This is episode...
Too many ales.
1. Episode 1, season... 3? 4?
3.
3.
3.
3.
I'm surprised I can count that high.
That is correct. On LarpCraft and LarpCast.com. Today we are gathered for a very special treat. We are going to be talking about first aid and how it's used in the realm. With me, as always, is Ronan. Not always, but he is there.
Often enough.
And myself, I am Artenin, the casual paladin of the Maywood realm. That means I'm a slacker.
And a drunk.
And a drunk.
Very big drunk.
Yes. So, when you're out in the battle and you're envious of those who, like clerics and paladins, who have the arcane magic ability to heal using their incantation, and also their spirit, literally revival, that they can perform, don't fray. You too can do a sort of magic that is used like so, called first aid. There are 2 types of first aid. If this limb was injured, Ronan has now healed it and I can use it again. It is like new, unless the bandage falls off. Then it is once again lame and bleeding. I forgot to introduce our side panel. That you
commentary.
do not see. You have Johan and Bucky Gamgee. So they'll be making odd comments.
Throughout the entire presentation.
Once again, if you want to bandage somebody, it will take a bit of time though. So if I wanted to take this bandage, and again, this is just some scary cloth with some red to
Fake
simulate blood. I would not advise using real blood. That is a biohazard. I've heard that word in another village. And so, once again, if his arm was in peril, I would say, Ronan, do you need assistance? I can do first aid. Probably not that way.
Please, heal my arm.
So I would do the wrapping. I would be going slow, however. And it would take me about 30 seconds to a minute to perform that act.
You put it on the wrong arm.
Oh my gosh! The scalpel was in that arm.
Oh, yes.
So, he can use it again unless it falls off. Now, we don't suggest tying it in double knots. And if it is your bandage, you must have your name on the bandage. If you get to a higher skill level in first aid, you can heal a bleed out. You can heal a mortally wounded soul. So, he has his hand over his chest. This would be quite a bit longer, and I could wrap it around, of course with permission to touch, wrap it around his torso and tie it so that he's good as new. Now, if it falls off, he is once again bleeding out. So you have to make sure it's tight, or tight enough so it doesn't fall off. A lot of times what people will do is they will tie around the torso once, up around the shoulder once, so it has some way to stay on.
Do not tie it too tight. If the person's head is turning blue, you're obviously cutting off circulation. Loosen it up a little bit.
Right. And again, try not to double knot anything so the player can take it off in an emergency. The player who can do first aid, the skill is learned by the first aid trainer on LarpCraft. You go to the scrolls or transfer your XP. You can see it in the playbook.
Wait. Oh. What class can do first aid?
Any class can do first aid.
All right.
What race?
What race? All of them.
Why, yes. So those of you who are bickering like little schoolgirls no longer can do so, because first aid, you can perform it. The general limb healing is relatively inexpensive compared to what you can do. And at any given time, you can carry 3 limb bandages. So if I use one on Ronan, I can go back to the village or find one from somebody else, and once again, be carrying 3. torsos, you can carry one. You can do one torso bandage at a time. If you have any other questions about first aid, feel free to comment under this video or contact us in the scrolls of LarpCraft. You can also ask the first aid trainer on the scrolls if you have any additional questions. That is the NPC role that is there to help you out. This has been another Tavern Talk gathering about first aid.
We'll see you on the field.
Good day.